Hi everyone, Elliot here. This is my home network tour for 2020 and it is currently the end of May when I am filming this video. Now I thought I would start today's video in the kitchen, and I should first take you through my home theatre PC down there. The specs of it are an i3-7100 CPU running at 3.9 GHz. It has 16 GB of DDR4 RAM in the form of two 8 GB modules. It has 250 GB Samsung 850 EVO SSD. It has a Quad TV Tuner TV card, and it is running Windows 10 Pro. Now in the cupboard on the left, what you can't see as it is hidden by the sofa, there is a 1000 volt amp Belkin UPS what protects the home theatre PC, as well as my hi-fi, the Blu-ray player, the set-top box, the phone, as well as the Amazon Echo Dot. Now as for the hi-fi itself, I recently got a new hi-fi in my bedroom, so I've moved my amplifier and network streamer into here, and the amplifier on top is a Denon PMA 7020 AE, and the network streamer below it is a Denon DNP 7020 AE. There's also an access point there, what is a Draytech Vigor AP902, as well as an Amazon Echo Dot. And then for the speakers in here, they are the Monitor Audio Bronze 5s. Anyway, I shall now continue the video upstairs. We are now upstairs, and for my main printer we have an Oki MC342DN, and I also have another access point in here over there, what is hidden behind the workbench, what again is another Draytech Vigor AP902. Anyway, that's all that is really relevant in this room, so I shall now continue the video in my bedroom. We are now in my bedroom, and I shall take you through the specs of my main PC in a second, but first it is worth noting that my monitors, keyboard, mouse and speakers are the same as my previous home network tours, so nothing has changed there. Anyway, I shall now jump cut to a better view of my PC, and then I'll take you through the specs of it. You are now seeing my PC. It is worth noting that I've taken the transparent side panel off to give you a better view, as it was causing a reflection in the camera. Anyway, for the specs, the CPU is an i7 8700K overclocked to 4.6 GHz. It has 16 GB of DDR4 RAM in the form of two 8 GB modules. The motherboard is an Asus Prime Z370A2. The SSD is a 500 GB M.2 Samsung 850 EVO. The graphics card is a Gigabyte Nvidia GeForce RTX 2070. It has a LG Blu-ray rewriter, and it also has a Intel X520 SR1 10GB network adapter with a 10GB SFP Plus 850nm multimode transceiver in it. What I can show you, if I swing the PC around, here is the 10GB transceiver running at 850nm. Anyway, I shall now continue the video at my hallway cabinet, as a lot has changed since the last network tour. I am now at my hallway cabinet, but before I continue, I forgot to mention in the previous segment that in my bedroom I also have a Cisco SG250-08 8-port layer 3 desktop switch, what is powered by PoE from the main switch in the cabinet, as you're seeing right now. That provides internet access to my network streamer in my bedroom, as well as my laptop when I have it cabled in. Anyway, regarding my hallway cabinet, I shall first take you through the specs of my main NAS box down there. That is a QNAP TVS672 XT. The CPU in it is an Intel i3 8100T running at 3.1 GHz. It has 32 GB of DDR4 RAM. The main storage comprises of 4 6TB Western Digital Red Pro hard drives in RAID 6 for 10.9 TB of usable storage. It also has two 1TB PNY CS3030 NVMe M.2 SSDs in RAID 1 acting as a read-write cache to the main storage. I shall now take you up here and talk you through my backup NAS box, and that is a QNAP TS453A. The CPU in that is a Intel Celeron N3160 at 1.6 GHz. It has 8 GB of DDR3 RAM, and it has a single 4TB Western Digital Red Pro hard drive. Now, as for the server at the top of my rack, that has an Intel Xeon E3 1245V5 CPU running at 3.5 GHz. It has 32 GB of DDR4 RAM in the form of two 16 GB modules. It has a 240 GB Samsung SM863 Enterprise SSD. It has a 10 TB Tobisha N300 NAS grade hard drive that acts as my main backup to my NAS. It also has a 6 TB Western Digital WD Purple CCTV drive inside of it, and it is running Windows Server 2016 Essentials, and for the CCTV side of it I am running the Blue Iris CCTV software. Now for the switch, what is to use below it, so below my patch panel, the switch is a Cisco SG350X 24P Layer 3 24 port PoE switch with 4 10 gig ports. Now I have a 10 gig link to my QNAP NAS box on the shelf below via Cat6A cable, and I also have a 10 gig link to my desktop in my bedroom via a SSP Plus 850nm multimode transceiver. The cable between my switch and my main desktop is an armoured OM4 multimode fibre cable. Now below the switch we have my main firewall, and that is a Smoothwall S4 appliance firewall, what is essentially a rebadged Caswell 3030-3620 appliance. I am running Untangle Home Pro Firewall OS on it, and as for the specs of it, it has an Intel i3 302020 CPU running at 3.3 GHz. It has 8 GB of DDR3 RAM, and it has a 256 GB Samsung 860 Pro SSD. Now at the bottom of the rack on the left there is also a Draytech Vigor 2860 router acting as a VDSL modem bridge to LAN port 1 of it, and then that goes to the far left port on my firewall. It's also worth noting that everything in this rack, as well as the NAS box below my shelf and the monitor, are protected by a 1500 volt amp APC UPS that is in the loft, what is also connected to my Windows Server via a long USB cable. Anyway, that pretty much concludes my home network tour for 2020. Not a lot's probably going to change in the near time, so until my next video or network tour, can I say thanks for watching and goodbye.